Hi everybody, I'm here live with you on Monday morning, and I have lousy light again because I'm facing the other direction and the light is far better the other way. So I'll try to do it the other way whenever I can, but for today I'm kind of stuck in this position right now. I just got back from my morning session with my therapist, and I have to tell you, I have the most incredible therapist in the world. He was on vacation last week and I sorely missed him. He really does such a good job with me. He pushes me to my limit. He just forces me to do the very best that I can, and I love him for it. Hi Myra, glad to see you. You're the first one in. I have really worked today. I was very nervous yesterday. Good morning, Mary. I was nervous this morning because I had a bad night. My leg was very swollen. Yesterday being Sunday, and the aide that I had yesterday was horrific. I mean, there's no other way to put it, if I'm to be honest. She just flatly refused to walk me all day long. I asked from 9:30 in the morning, what kind of surgery did I have, Sandra? I had a sarcoma, a large sarcoma that was removed from my thigh and my retroperitoneal area. And to answer Joan's questions, Joan asked me about the surgery. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you live. And oh, Barbara, hi. You are seeing me live. It's great to have you with me. Joan had asked about the surgery. The surgery was 8.5 hours, as it turned out. They didn't know. They thought originally it could be anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. So it was less. The part of it I gathered that my surgical oncologist did lasted probably 4.5 to 5.5 hours, I'm thinking. And she removed what turned out to be an absolutely huge sarcoma that I actually have a photo of because I insisted on seeing the enemy. I wanted to know what it was that was invading my body and what it looked like. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you from Mississippi. So that was her part of the surgery, after which the plastic surgeon was going to be closing me up because I had radiated skin, and radiated skin doesn't heal well, and they wanted to make sure that I didn't need to go back for more surgery if the wound started opening. So he did a pedicle flap and was able to use the skin and some muscle to put into the thigh area to make as sure as possible that I would not have any problems afterwards, and the healing could be as uncomplicated as possible. I asked him when I spoke with him, hi Deb, nice to see you from Tennessee. Thanks. I'm feeling less than fabulous, but I'm feeling better than I might, so I'm grateful for every good moment. He had told me ahead of time what it might entail. He didn't know if he'd be able to use the pedicle flap because he didn't know if he would be able to get it to the place that he needed it. So he thought he might have to do a graft and then do microsurgery. Fortunately, that did not happen. There was less of a chance of complications the way he did it, so I'm grateful that that worked. And it's not a lovely looking site other than the actuals where he did where the incision was made and healed up. Sandy, I do have a tentative date to go home. I am going to, well, I'm going to be leaving here hopefully a week from Thursday, though it's not definitive, but that's what we're shooting for. And I will be going to my friend's house first for probably just over 2 weeks until David can come in and sort of get my house ready for me to be able to go home. So I should be home by the 20th, somewhere around the 20th. To get back to the surgery for a minute, in order for him to be able to close me up with as few problems as possible, I wound up also having a hysterectomy because I had a very large fibroid uterus that was the size of a 5-month fetus for years and years. And I had been told by the gynecologist years ago that I could have a hysterectomy, or if it didn't bother me, we could leave it in. So I chose to leave it in because it didn't bother me. So I had the hysterectomy also. So it was a lot of surgery, a lot of mitigating factors, and everybody who saw the site where the plastic surgeon closed me up, they all said it was absolutely beautiful. I will say that now that the sutures are out, the site of the incision is looking incredibly good for such a short period of time. Where the flap is, the skin is a different color. The radiated skin on either side of it is still dark. So I look like a patchwork quilt at this point, but I'm grateful for all of it. It's healing well, and it's a good thing. Yeah, the hysterectomy was an added bonus. Actually, Sandy, when they told me that there was a good chance they would have to do a hysterectomy, by that point we were in the hospital setting, and I turned to David and I said to him, well, I said, you're going to be an only child. So I still was able to maintain my sense of humor, such as it is. It was not an easy time. I wound up, I think the biggest issue that I had afterward was I wound up with an ileus, and I know that Joan had asked about that as well. I did not know how long it could take for your body to wake up. They had to move, obviously, they had to move all of my, well, a lot of organs out of the way to get to this tumor and to be able to remove it cleanly. And after seeing it, I'm amazed that they were able to do it as they did, because it was 23 point something centimeters by 11 point something, and I don't remember the other dimensions of it, but it's huge. I'm happy to have it gone. I'm happy to not claim it. It was the tumor, which is now gone, and I prayerfully will ask that it never return, and that I can go on with my life and just pick up the pieces of what it turns out to be and try to make it as good as I possibly can. As I said to the physical therapist this morning, because I said to him, when can I, oh Sharon, I'm glad you did make it to the live. I asked him today when I would likely have more control over that right leg so that I might be able to drive. And he said to me, because I lost the femoral nerve, they didn't want to do it, but ultimately had to sacrifice it to give me my best shot at a good future. And, you know, given my life, whether, yes. Oh, Joan, you're here. I hope you were hearing part of this. Yes, my shoe size is. So anybody who wears a size 10, I have loads of beautiful shoes, many of them not even worn. I did ask the therapist today, I said, when can I get back to wearing high heels? He said to me, I bet you could do it even now. He said, but I can't imagine why anybody would want to do that because of all the stress it puts and blah, blah, blah. Well, clearly I'm not wearing high heels anytime soon, but I'm still hoping one day to get back to Jerry, whoever she turns out to be, in this new and revised form. So getting back to the ileus, Joan, apparently my bowel had not awakened from the Barbara, the radiation treatments. Yes, it did to a degree help stop the tumor growth. I had 5 weeks of treatments, 25 treatments in 25 days, not counting weekends. And they said that it actually only I think it was 10 to 15%. Hi, Claudette. So happy to see you here with me. Yeah, it killed off 10 to 15% of the tumor. They did not expect it to shrink it with this particular kind of tumor. That was not the expectation. That is not what it did. The hope was to pull it away from the muscles and everything enough. Yeah, thanks, Mary Jo. I don't know what I would do without my sense of humor. You have to maintain it. It's the only thing that keeps you sanity sometimes. So, hi, Joanne. Oh, thank you so much. I don't think I'm anybody's hero. I'm just thrilled to be functioning on whatever level, limited though it may be, that I can. Hi, Bella. Bella, I started to respond to your message on Facebook, and just when I was about, thanks, Claudette, I was trying to respond to it, and just as I got ready to send, the whole thing disappeared. I was so frustrated. So I will get back to you again. I know your heart. You never have to worry about that with me. I love you dearly, always have, always will. And yeah, we can only give what we have to give when things are not, when life is not belting us. So I get that, and I'm here as long as God lets me be here. So I'm here for you anytime, my lovely friend. Okay, back to the ileus yet again. So I was told by my surgeon that it could be a long time before my body woke up. Claudette. That she said that it could take a while, and it did. Apparently it took longer than we allowed, because they allowed me some liquid food, and it wound up creating this ileus because it didn't pass. Yes, I hope he doesn't want me yet, because the truth is I really don't want to go yet. My goal is to be here as long as I can. And hi, Carol. I'm so glad you caught me live. I'm so happy to have you with me here. I have so much I want to share, and so much that I think might be of help to other people, that I'm not ready to go anyplace yet. So with all the prayers that are sent on my behalf, I feel that I'm well taken care of. So thank you all for that. All right, everything was backing up, and I kept telling the nurses in there as they gave me my pills, and I could barely swallow them because I just felt like nothing was moving, and ultimately I wound up throwing up. I threw up a couple of times, and at one point I threw up something that looked disgusting. It was very dark. I guess it turned out to be bile, but I thought it was even worse than that. And I told the nurse I really needed to see a doctor. So the doctor came in, and he told me that I needed to have, things are being moved around a little bit because I'm in the way of my lovely aide, who's trying desperately to make my bed as I try to do this with you and make believe there's nothing going on here. Okay, have a wonderful time at Mahjong. I hope you win something, and I will see you soon. So what happened was, the attending that night came in, and he had this kit with him. And he said to me, he said, we'll really need to do an NG tube. And then he explained to me how it worked. And he said to me, but you can refuse it. He said, this is America. I said, okay, so tell me what happens if I refuse it. He said, well, the danger is that you could then, what's the term that they use? When when it goes into your lungs. I'm having a senior moment, so forgive me. You could, I can't think of the word. Somebody help me. Aspirate. Thank you, Joan. I could have aspirated, and if I did, it would be life-threatening. So I said, so what you're telling me is that I don't have a choice. I need this. I immediately contacted Sheila and said, oh my God, is this the end? And she said to me, no. And she said, I promise you, half hour after they put the tube in, you're going to feel a lot better. And sure enough, I mean, I made him give me a little Ativan because I was terrified of the process of having the tube inserted. And I have to tell you, for me, I was asleep for the surgery. So for me, the NG tube was the worst thing in the world. As he was putting it into my nose and down my throat and telling me to swallow, as I felt like I was going to, I felt like I was choking to death. But the Ativan helped. So, and it was funny because he told me afterwards that when he called up for this very low dose of Ativan, because I'd never had it before, he said he got a message from the computer saying he might want to rethink the dose and use a higher dose because they didn't think that dosage was going to work. But it did help me, I guess, because I don't take medication normally. Although I can't say that these days, to be honest with you. So the NG tube wound up being in for 2 days, 48 hours, and it was uncomfortable. It was not pleasant, but within a half hour, just as Sheila had promised me, they had removed 1.5 liters of stuff that was stuck in my body that was going no place because I could not pass it. My bowel was still asleep from all the anesthesia. I mean, I was out. I had 8.5 hours of surgery. That's a lot of anesthesia. And it's a lot of anesthesia for an old broad. I'm no spring chicken. I'm sure it was tough on my system. But I'm here at the other end. I'm still kicking. Well, at least with one leg I'm kicking. With the other one I'm getting around as much as possible. And yes, Joan, I am able to have control of that leg. I have good muscle control, so I am walking well. Yes, those two, it was disgusting. And yeah, the only reason I'm afraid to take meds now, Carol, is because when I take my oxycodone that I love, it makes me constipated. And yeah, right, Bella. Yeah, somehow I am not looking like a spring chicken, and all that good stuff I did for my face is gone now till I can get home and get my Clarence again. It was lucky that I had Linda bring me anything because she knows zero about makeup. So I'm blessed that I have any kind of makeup at all to deal with. And I have to tell you, one of the things that she did bring me, and it made me laugh, is that she brought me the my Tom Ford eye makeup. So here I am. I don't wear the brace when I walk. When I first came in here, Joan, the physical therapist said, I brought the brace in with me to the physical therapy room, and he said to me, why are you wearing this? And I said, they told me that I need it because they're afraid my knee is going to buckle. And he said to me, has your knee ever buckled? And I said, no. And he said, let's see you walk without it. And by the time he was finished checking me out, he said, I don't think you need this brace. So I have not been using the brace most of the time here. I did tell the surgeon when I saw her, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be okay. Does it hurt? My leg hurts a lot of the time. My muscles, my quads are working really hard, and he worked it out. And he did a lot for me today, working on the muscle, loosening it up. And I have quite a bit of swelling in my right leg. Looks like a tree trunk to me, although they tell me it's not terrible swelling. They also tell me it's a normal part of the healing process. So I have to assume, yes, my muscles are doing a lot of the work. And I have been walking up and down stairs without the brace. And he's just so pleased with the way that I'm going. Yeah, Barbara, you heard from Sheila about having the problem getting out of bed. Yeah, the problem getting in and out of bed has been a huge issue for me. I have been able to do it the last few days with a lot of pain afterwards in those quads, using the leg lifter, but frankly, I really want the chair because I don't want to put additional strain on those muscles now. I want them to heal more, and I want to make it as easy as possible for me to get some rest and not worry about getting in and out of bed, especially when I'm home alone and there's nobody there if I run into trouble. So if I have one of those chairs, it's going to make a huge difference. We all who know Sheila love her, Carol. She's a very, very special person, as are so many of the people that have populated my world on this channel. I think we have the kindest, nicest, most loving souls anywhere on YouTube. I still have a very small channel. I think I have 1,600 some odd subscribers. And I like it that way in the sense that we're all of a similar mind. We all want to be there for each other. We all want to make a difference in the world. And that's what it's about. I don't need the naysayers. I don't need the people who challenge, are you really sick? Do you really have a problem? You know, my feeling is for anybody who would challenge anything like this, who would choose this? Who on earth would choose a situation like this if they didn't absolutely have to? I'm blessed. I'm blessed within the framework of all of this. I'm blessed with all of the doctors who were brought into my sphere, all of the people who have been brought into my life. And I mean, look at the great therapists I've gotten to work with me. And one of them in occupational therapy was a student. But he's going to be a splendid addition to the world of therapy. And I pray that he gets exactly the position that he wants. And I know he's going to help a lot of people. I know, Bella. Some people, it's scary. When I go on to Pee Wee Tom's site, and my heart breaks for him, and my heart is with him every step of the way. The trolls, exactly. It's so bad when they go on to that young man's channel and they question, is he really sick? And they say, why doesn't he die already? It makes me sick that anybody in this world can have such a black heart to want to make somebody's difficult time even harder. How could anybody do that? How could anybody who has a conscience, who has a soul, how could anybody do that? I pray for him every single day. I pray for his family every single day. Oh, hi, Mihaela. Oh, I'm so happy you were able to make it again. It is evil. It is, Bella. And I don't understand it. I never have. Michelle, hi. I'm so glad you were able to make it in for this one, too. I do know my battery, though it was really good at the start of this, is going to be a problem for me soon because I've already been running 24 minutes on this. So I will try to stay on here. I know. Yes, exactly, Barbara. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. We all want to decorate our homes in early hospital gear. No question about it. It's 11:45 now. Sometime within the next 45 minutes, lunch will be here, which is my highlight of the day when it's edible. Carol, no, we don't need those people. We have a wonderful, wonderful sphere here. I am, once again, I'm just blessed by everything. And I think, oh, Donna, I have been so, I owe you an apology. I so loved your card. I so wanted to get back to you about it. And it was so meaningful for me. And I just, my days have been screwed up with so much of this stuff, so forgive me. But know that I'm ever grateful. Julie, thank you. I sort of missed the comment as I was talking to Donna, so forgive me. Rita, it's great to see you as well. So, yeah, I kept the card with me. I'm saving it. Wow, Mahela, as we are so connected, always. Thanks, Carol. Same to you, to all of you. I don't know how I ever got so lucky. I just don't. I feel like I don't know what I did in my life to deserve the incredible people I have in it right now. So, all right, I'm going to try to. Does anybody have any specific questions they want answered? Thank you, Mary. If you do, I will stay on here a little bit longer today. I'm going to try to come back again this afternoon if I can, because I wanted to tell you a little bit more about some of the other miracles that have happened along the way. And it's like every time I need it, and sometimes I have to suffer a little bit before the miracles show themselves, but they are there. I love you too, Myra. They are there the moment I most need them. Yeah, I need to tell you so much more about what's going on. Bella, I'm going to be here probably for another week and a half. We're trying. Oh, thank you so much, Claudette. Um, I will try to come back this afternoon. I should be here, Bella, probably another week and a half. They're waiting till I go to my doctor again. Absolutely okay to send me a letter. I would love to get it. I also put it in one of the comments. The address of the place that I'm in right now, for anybody who hasn't seen Sheila's, it's called Stern, Stern Family Center for Rehabilitation. The address is 330 Community Drive, Community Drive, Manhasset, M as in Mary, A-N as in Nancy, Hasset, New York, 11030, and my room number is 239D for door. So I'm here. I would love to get any letters you choose to send or cards, and I love hearing from you. It's very special for me because you're all so special to me. I feel more attached than I feel to many of the people in my corporeal world where I function on a daily basis and where I see them in the flesh. They are no closer to me and some far less than you are. And that is an astounding thing that it can be, but it truly is. And any of you who are in this with us, thank you, Rita. I'm so happy to be back in that world. And I'm praying that I can stay well enough to get to the next step. I'm looking for more independence. And by the way, when I get home, I've had a couple of, oh, Mary, you grace mine as well. When I get home, I have been requested by a number of companies to review their products. Oh, Mahela, I'm so happy your mom is there. And I thank you so much for that. Your family is absolutely beautiful. And I feel attached. I'm so glad, Joan. Thank you so much, Rita. Claudette, I am going to work on it. Totally lost my train of thought again for what the last thing I was saying was. So if somebody remembers, coach me. And Lord, I cannot remember. I'm having one of those moments. I don't know. I'll do my best to come back this afternoon. and I, once again, have a lot to share. Also, my tremendous concern about the drug. I want to get the word out there because if anybody, well, they've had a recall, but if anybody has taken it and anybody has gotten cancer, they really need to look into it because apparently they have found out there definitely is a connection. So that was valsartan, and it was from companies in China. The company that I had was Salco, S as in Stephen, OLCO. I was talking about independence. Yeah, I'm certainly looking for my. Oh, I was talking about the companies that asked me to review some of their products, which I intend to do. And it will just give me a feeling of being a little bit more normal. So as soon as I am back home and I get those products, I will review them for you as well because I would like my life to be about more than just my illness and more than just this chapter. So I want it to be as full and as back to normal as it can be. So indulge me. Thanks, Carol. All right, I'm going to end it here, and I am going to hopefully see you this afternoon. This is definitely going to need, yeah, I think the reviews will be good for me and good for you all because you know that I'll tell you my absolute truth as I see it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I pray that lunch is edible. But I did make a discovery, Mary, that if it's not edible, I can call the kitchen and have them send me some kind of replacement. Who knew? I didn't eat a few meals before I found out. Okay, I'm going to try to come back. My battery, no doubt, is going to need a charge for quite a while. And I will try to get another charger. I will. I will definitely eat Mahela. I know how much I need to keep my strength up. Yeah. Oh, hi. It's so great to see you again, Valley. Um, yeah. So look for me this afternoon if I possibly can do it. And I will be back as often as I can until I am home and able to get back to a much more normal routine, or hopefully I can. Thanks again for being with me, and I will look forward to seeing you this afternoon. Take care, all of you. Love you. Till then. Thanks, Mahela. Thanks, Mary. Rita, love you too.